It was awkward. Saying hello to the lady in there helping with coffee and being ignored. I was like, should I say it again? Should I not say it?
On today's episode of Network Effectively, we're going to sit down with Nathan Mulvey, former fire chief and one of the most respected voices in the fire service in Kentucky today. In fact, not only that, he's a leading voice in the fire service across America when it comes to training. He's one of those people that when you get around him, you just can't help but go, wow, this dude knows his stuff. He's one who has served in almost every role in the fire service, from firefighter to fire chief. He merged multiple departments in his time as chief and now serves as a risk management consultant at an independent insurance firm in Louisville, Kentucky called Sterling Thompson Company. Nathan is an incredible fireman and a great American patriot. Nathan's not only going to teach us how to network effectively, he's going to show us by allowing us to follow him around at the Fire Training School's vendor show. So without further ado, let's get to this episode of Network Effectively. And then we're gonna actually go watch you network all day long.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, as we mentioned earlier, this is a state fire conference. And what we are gonna do is go in, try to figure out where we're speaking, where we're presenting, get our class set up. We'll do the presentation. Should take a couple hours. Hopefully with some good breaks, and then we'll set up a vendor show and try to build relationships.
Yeah,
it's the goal for the day.
For professionals who are young professionals stepping into career-oriented spaces, what would you say are some of the best tips or tricks to connect with people on a meaningful level in a way that can move their career forward if they have an interest in the fire space?
A willingness to ask questions, to listen, to engage and be vulnerable. Like, in my mind, when I come to these things, I could sit in the classroom and I could go home afterwards and not really, I could gain what I get out of the classroom, but I'm not gaining anything outside of that, right? I'm absorbing the material from that day, but I find so much more value in the connections that I make outside of the classroom. You know, there's conversations that happen in the classroom, if they're an open format, that can prompt further discussions if you really take the time to listen. And so sitting in a classroom, I might hear somebody talk about something, I'm like, man, I've navigated that before, I wonder how they did that. Or, oh, look, their shirt says they're from so-and-so city. That's not far from me. Maybe I'll go talk to them about what they're doing in this area. And so after class is a lot of times where in the hallways, in the vendor show, or in the floor, or at a restaurant or an event, you know, afterwards, where I find a lot of times I am able to plug in and really get to know people. But it's just through talking, you know, sharing life with them, finding some connection. Here, you already have that. You know, you're here for the same reasons. So it's just finding that one little thing from the today's activities that puts you in a position to say, hey, what'd you think of that class? Yeah. For me as a speaker, it's gonna be like, so how bad was it? You know, what would you think I should do differently? I think the openness and willingness to put yourself in a position to just be out there, may not just be a student.
Yeah.
So
thanks for your time and for letting us tag along. And
of course,
it's going to be a great day.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. But we don't have any animal. We have 2 dogs, but that's all the animals we have on it. We've got a barn. My youngest is. She wants a horse, but I'm like, man, you know how much work that is? Keep up with a horse?
My brother and them, they got 2 horses. It's a whole lot.
I told my wife we need to get a cow. And she's like, well, I'd have a cow. And I'm like, well, I don't want it for the same reason you want it. I'm like, I want it so that when it's ready, we got all the meat we need. So do you farm the pigs to?
We raise them and sell them.
Do you?
Some people buy them for meat, some people buy them for pets. I don't
Yeah.
ask them, just like, okay,
Yeah.
take them.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's a fun little hobby.
Yeah.
My wife's doing with it right now, but the farm and the kids.
Instead of you. Yeah, because they're all out of school, right?
Yeah. She's got a couple hours. I mean, they're 10 and 14, so it's not too bad. They do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that does help. My youngest is getting ready to be 20, so it's a lot different as they get older.
I turned 23 in September.
Yeah, my oldest is pregnant, so she's having our first grandbaby, so that's going to be an exciting time. Yeah, exciting. Totally different though, but exciting.
I think we finally got mine just completely graduated from everything now.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. What are they doing now?
well, he graduated college last year,
Okay.
and in the spring,
Yeah.
got hired on the Fish and Wildlife.
Okay.
So he finished the police academy in February, and then last week he had his final graduation for the
Oh,
Navy.
good for him.
So he's out FTO, and he's in his second phase of his FTO.
Now, where will he be stationed? Do you know?
He's there at Livingston County.
Is he? Cool.
Yeah, he actually got to come home, so
That's cool.
worked out pretty good. 'Cause my mother-in-law died last year, so they're moving into her place. So they're right next door.
Oh, well, that's good.
We just gotta expand the driveway.
Got your own little compound going on
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So
It's like literally next door?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for you. How are you today? That was awkward. Saying hello to the lady in there helping with coffee and being ignored. I was like, should I say it again? Should I not say it again? It is. How's everybody today?
Pretty good.
All right, I have a sign-in sheet. It says I was instructed for everybody that's on here just to sign their name. Yeah, they did a good job. I don't know where they all went. See if I can get this thing on right. Maybe.
You gonna take film?
He is.
Every video?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's talking now still.
You might as well just go on over because he'll be talking.
I know. Well, Carrie will go over and talk to Stephanie in a minute, but
Just go over and just interrupt him. Yeah, all right.
I know. I'm being nice.
You know you're up here with all that.
I know he won't say anything.
I am gonna do too, and we did.
What's up, bud?
So I don't know if all the students are maybe coming in, and
Be downtown too, yeah.
and I
So
got
Carrie,
Nice to meet you.
and then her husband. He's with Taylor Spencer County.
No, don't be sorry.
He's
My
with
name's
Taylor
Craig.
Spencer County, and then Cody.
Adam.
how you doing, Cody?
Cody, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I was just going to tell you, your class today was better than the fire chief one.
It is because it's more personable. You can watch it.
I've been told to come dressed to get strong
Oh, are
in
you?
the morning.
You're gonna get to go up there?
Yeah, the ones that we actually got on the rafters over there, they're like, do you want to pull yourself up or do you want to get hoisted? I said, let me try pulling myself up. They're like, once you can't get yourself up anymore because it'll be before coffee, it'll be DC. They said, we'll pull you up we'll pull you up all the way to the top and get a picture.
There you go.
That's good because for marketing purposes, we need to see this.
The hair.
So I'll
Yes.
make sure to wear like a gray shirt.
I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Y'all need anything?
Not right now.
Okay. All right, I'll be back. Yeah.
As a bonus for today's episode, we had the opportunity to interview some of the leaders and trainers of the fire school so that you can take away ideas on how you could learn more and get into the fire service.
Yeah, my name is Bart Powell. I'm a state fire rescue instructor for the Kentucky Fire Commission, and we're here at the Lexington Fire School this year teaching a 40-hour rope rescue technician level class.
That's awesome. And What is the purpose and the benefit of this class for the guys?
Most every rescue, which we are fire rescue, but technical rescue is trench, confined space, swift water, cave, large animal technical rescue. Now in Kentucky, we have the Kentucky Task Force team. So this is an international certification level class. Once they complete this 40-hour class, they'll have 3 days of testing a few weeks down the road, and they'll get that international certification, which is known as IFSAC, International Fire Service Accreditation Congress. In order to get into extremely technical rescue, you have to have these certifications. It's very interesting. It is rocket science with the math and the way that our materials are made, weights that we can suspend safely, and these guys are learning to learn how to calculate that, as well as apply all the skills that are involved in technical rope rescue, as you can see behind me.
How did you get involved in the fire service?
Well, obviously I'm a little older. I've been in the fire service for 47 years this year. My dad was a police officer here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I grew up around all police and fire. So that was my friend base growing up. So when I was about 4, I had a tricycle with 2 buckets of dirt on the back, said I wanted to be a firefighter. And that's what I became here in Lexington. I'm a retired battalion chief from Special Ops in Lexington, Kentucky. As time evolved on, things became more technical. I just stayed in that process. This is the love of my life when it comes to work, is technical rescue. I'm also a paramedic. Went to Eastern Kentucky University to become a paramedic, was hired with Lexington, and I wanted to be involved in as much stuff as I could because I love the job as a firefighter. My dad once told me, he said, you can be anything you want to be, but if you become the police, I'm going to kick your butt. He said, you need to be a fireman. It's the hottest job in the summer, the coldest in the winter, and the best you ever have. So my personal opinion is, coming from a police family, firefighter's better.
That's awesome.
And so I've been a firefighter paramedic for, 47 years, and I've stayed heavily involved in all aspects of technical rescue.
That's really cool. Thanks for your time today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm John Dunning, and I work for the Kentucky Fire Commission, State Fire Rescue Training District 3, and I'm an industrial training specialist, so I go out to the factories, schedule training with them. A lot of our factories have fire brigades, and it's a little bit different from the structural firefighting, but they need the training too, and we have to make sure they get it. And we do oversee a lot of training in the industrial program. I work for the City of Madisonville Fire Department. I worked there for 25 years, started when I was in 99, and I worked all the way up through the ranks of Madisonville. For the last 5 years of my career there, I was the fire chief. And then I decided, hey, I'm after 25 years, it's time to retire. So I'm retired. And then, about 8 months into retirement, I got bored. I'd done everything I wanted to do. I was still young, so I decided to, a job opened up with the state. I had been a part-time instructor, fire service instructor with the state for several years, and then a full-time position come open, so I ended up applying and took the job that I'm currently in right now. I met people from all over the country, like going to fire schools, going to different trainings, bettering myself. And, every person I met, they become friends, they become family, and we all work for the betterment of the fire service, and it made me a better person. So always do your best. Remember that even when you think nobody's watching, somebody is. And the interview actually starts before you actually go for the interview. When I was the fire chief and we was looking at that 18-year-old to get hired, we're looking at your past. We're looking at your Facebook posts, social media posts. We're looking at what you did in high school, what your friends, family say. Always do the best. Have integrity. Always do the right thing when nobody's looking, and put your best foot forward, and be the first one to always be the first. Once you get hired, always be the first one to do something. Don't let them have to ask you.
My name's Jimmy Van Cleve, and I've been a fire chief for about 20 plus years. I've been in the fire service 35 years. I've worked with the Kentucky Fire Training Program for 26 years. Managing registration seems to be my niche, so I manage the registration for the 2 largest fire schools in the state of Kentucky.
And how did you get your start in the fire service?
That is an interesting story. There was a time in my life when I was the first on a scene of an accident 3 different times in the same year, and I was watching the folks, the responders that came every time you would call 911, and it was the same people, and they was all old. So I was young then, and I said, you know, I probably need to join this. I think this is a sign, so I can be part of the solution and not the problem.
Well, my name is Pat Thompson, Thompson. I am the training coordinator for the Fire Academy of Kentucky. I've been a volunteer firefighter for over 40 years, and I was a career firefighter for 20 years. So a lot of experience in the fire service.
What's a piece of your story that you would be like, man, this would have been good to know if I was a young guy back in the day?
Well, you got to know that the fire service isn't for everybody, but it's available for everybody. You know, we're a male, female, black, white, it doesn't matter. If you can do the job, you can do the job. We're seeing a lot more women in the fire service now, so there's an opportunity for everybody, so don't let it pass you by. Be out there, be aggressive, look for the job.
What connections would mean the most in the process of finding the right job?
Well, I think when you're networking through the fire service, everybody knows everybody. It's a small world, really. So everyone knows everyone. Get involved with the fire service. If you're not employed yet as a career firefighter, get involved with the volunteer service. Learn the business, learn how we are, learn what we do, know the job, and be prepared to do it for a living. You know, get your EMT, get your associate's degree in fire science. There's a lot of things out there that you can do to prepare yourself. You know, we run the Fire Academy. We offer college credit through the Fire Academy. Getting an associate's degree is not out of reach in the fire service, fire science or fire administrative degree. So don't sit and wait on it. There's a lot of jobs open right now. Turnovers occurring regularly in the fire service due to retirements. So don't wait. Get out there and get it done.
We've had an incredible day with Fire Chief Mulvey. We hope you've enjoyed and gained lots of value from today's episode. Thank you to Sterling Thompson for allowing Chief Mulvey to join us, and thank you for watching this episode today. Until next time, network effectively, and God bless.